Yesterday we discussed about the boiler performance assessment by indirect method and direct method. Today we discussed three tutorial problems for the topic. The first problem is the following are the data collected for a boiler using coal as a fuel. Find out the boiler efficiency by indirect method. The fuel firing rate 5600 kg per hour, steam generation rate 21940 kg per hour, steam pressure 43 kg per centimeter square, gauge pressure, steam temperature 377 degrees Celsius, feed water temperature 96 degrees Celsius, and percentage of CO2 in flue gas 14, percentage of CO in flue gas 0.55, average flue gas temperature 180 degrees Celsius, ambient temperature 31 degrees Celsius, humidity in ambient air 0.0204 kg per kg of dry air, surface temperature of boiler 70 degrees Celsius, wind velocity around boiler 3.5 meter per second, total surface area of boiler 90 meter square, gross calorific value of bottom ash 800 kilocalorie per kg, gross calorific value of fly ash 450 kilocalorie per kg, ratio of bottom ash to fly ash 90:10, and fuel analysis as 48%, moisture 4.4%, and carbon 36%, nitrogen 2.6%, nitrogen 1.1, oxygen 7.3, sulfur 0.6, gross calorific value 305.01 kilocalories per kg. Then solution: the boiler efficiency by indirect method. Step 1, find theoretical air requirement. Theoretical air requirement for complete combustion, based on this formula we have 4.79 kilogram per kg of coal. Substitute the carbon, hydrogen and oxygen values in terms of percentage. And step 2, find the theoretical CO2 percent. Percentage of CO2 at theoretical condition: moles of C, moles of N2 plus moles of carbon plus moles of sulfur. The small calculation, the following small calculation: percentage of CO2 we have 18.48%. And step 3, to find excess air supplied. The actual CO measured in flue gas, which is equal to 14, which is given in the problem. Then excess air supplied, which is equal to, with the help of this formula we have 31%. And to find actual mass of air supplied, with the formula we have 6.27 kg per kg of coal. Then to find actual mass of dry flue gases, the mass of dry flue gases equal to mass of CO2 in flue gas, mass of N2 contained in fuel, mass of N2 in combustion air supplied, mass of oxygen in flue gas, mass of SO2 in flue gas. We have 6.51 kg per kg of coal. Then to find all losses, one heat loss in dry flue gases, with the formula we have 7.1%. Heat loss due to formation of water from H2 in fuel we have 4.36%. Here TF is flue gas temperature and TI is ambient temperature. And heat loss due to moisture in fuel, L3 is equal to 0.82% with the help of this formula. And heat loss due to moisture in air, with the help of formula we have 0.25%. Then substitute the value for heat loss due to heat loss due to partial conversion of C to CO. The formula is percentage of CO into C divided by percentage of CO plus percentage of CO2 into 5654 divided by GCV of fuel into 100. Then we have 2.2%. The percentage of CO is given in the problem. Then heat loss due to radiation and convection, use the formula, we get 0.37%. Then heat loss due to unburned in fly ash, the small calculation we get 0.67%. And heat loss due to unburned bottom ash, the small calculation we get 9.87%. And boiler efficiency by indirect method, 100 minus all other losses, we have 74.41%. And summary sheet. This is one problem. Next problem is oil fired boiler. The ultimate analysis of oil is 84, 12.5, 1.5, 1.5 sulfur and moisture 0.5, cross calorific value and fuel firing rate, surface temperature of boiler, surface area of boiler, humidity and wind speed. Those are all given. And flue gas analysis is temperature 90 degree, 190 degree Celsius, ambient temperature 30, CO2 percentage 10.8 measured, O2 percentage 7.4 measured. And theoretical similar in previous problem, theoretical record 13.92 kg per kg of oil, excess air. In previous case, excess air is calculated with the help of CO2% because they are only CO2. In present case, they have given O2 percentage in flue gases. Therefore, we can calculate the excess air supplied with the help of O2. Therefore, which is equal to 54.4%. Then, with the help of actual mass, with the help of the formula for actual mass of air supplied per kg of fuel, we get 21.49 kg of fuel. Then mass of dry flue gases, similar with the help of similar calculation in previous example, we get 21.4 kg per kg of oil. Then heat loss in dry flue gases, calculate the losses one by one. Dry flue gases MCP delta divided by gross calorific value in 100%. Then TF is flue gas temperature, CP is CP of stack gas flue gas, which is equal to 0.24 kilocalories per kg degree Celsius. Next loss, heat loss due to evaporation of water due to H2 in fuel. Similarly, L2 equal to 7.05 with the help of formula. And with the help of this formula, we can calculate heat loss due to moisture in fuel. We get 0.033. And M is moisture present in the fuel. CP is CP of CP of stack gases. And then percentage of heat loss due to moisture in air. In last three step, the CP is CP of steam, which is equal to 0.43 kilocalories per kg, kilocalories per kg Kelvin. Then percentage of heat loss due to moisture in air. It is equal to L4 is equal to 0.37%. And then radiation and convection loss. The help of formula L5 equal to 0.38%. With small calculation. Then boiler efficiency by indirect method, we can get 83.95. We assume there is no bottom ash and fly ash losses because the fuel is oil. Therefore, there is no losses available. Therefore, the efficiency of the boiler is 83.95%. This is the summary sheet. Then another example is the steam requirement of an export-oriented unit is met by a 60 ton per hour oil-fired package boiler generating steam at 10 kg per centimeter square. The monthly steam consumption of unit is 3000 tons. Other data are given below. Fuel oil combustion: carbon 86%, hydrogen 12%, oxygen 0.5%, sulfur 1.5%. Specific heat of flue gases: CP equal to 0.27 kilocalories per kg degree Celsius. Gross calorific value of oil 10,000 kilocalories per kg. Specific heat of superheated vapor 0.45 kilocalories per kg degree Celsius. Enthalpy of steam at 10 kg per centimeter square 665 kilocalories per kg. Feed water temperature 85 degree Celsius. Percentage of O2 in dry flue gases 6%. Flue gas temperature at boiler outlet 240 degree Celsius. Ambient temperature 30 degree Celsius. Cost of fuel oil rupees 43 per kg. Radiation and other unaccounted losses 2.45%. The export-oriented unit is costing its steam cost based on the fuel consumption cost with additional 15% to account for the auxiliary and consumables. A neighboring continuous process plant now offers to supply the required steam at 10 kg per centimeter square to the export-oriented unit at a cost of rupees 3,300 per ton, with a condition that all the condensate will be returned back. Then calculate the following: A. Boiler efficiency. B. Cost advantage per ton of availing steam from neighboring plant in place of in Gauss generation and also monthly monetary saving. It is a very interesting problem. First, we calculate the efficiency of the conventional system, which is we have a boiler and we produce boiler our need alone. Then second case, without our boiler operation, we can directly purchase the steam from neighboring process plant at a particular rate, and use that steam. And next, after using the steam, the condensate with is returned back to the neighboring plant. It is a condition. Therefore, how much amount of cost is savings? That project is feasible or not? This is our question of that particular problem. Okay, then we go to the solutions stage. First, we calculate the efficiency of the filer. Then theoretical air record is already same in previous examples, and excess air and actual air amount and mass of dry flow gases are same in previous calculations. We get 19.8 kg per kg of fuel. Then we can calculate the losses one by one. First, heat loss due to dry flow gases is equal to mCp del T divided by gross calorific value of fuel. We get 11.23%, and L2 loss due to presence of hydrogen forming. We have one formula. With the help of this formula, we get 7.33%, and L3 radiation and other unaccount losses we get 2.45%. And there is no data for bottom ash and fly ash content present in the air, present in the fuel, and there is no data for moisture content present in the air, and there is no data for moisture content present in the fuel. Therefore, we limit the losses for 3 steps. Therefore, total loss is equal to L1 plus L2 plus L3. We got 21.05%. Then the efficiency of the export oriented unit boiler by indirect method, we got 79%. Then secondly, calculate the cost of steam in the export oriented plant. We calculate the evaporation ratio. The evaporation ratio is amount of steam generated divided by amount of fuel consumed. The formula is efficiency of the boiler into gross calorific value divided by Hg minus Hf into 100. Therefore, we get 13.67, which is inverse of the boiler efficiency through direct method. Then we get 13.62 kg per steam per kg of fuel. Then fuel oil consumption. And for 1 ton of steam, we get 73.42 kg of fuel. With the above calculation, for 1 kg of fuel, we have 13.62 kg of steam. Then for 1000 kg of steam, we get 73.42 kg of fuel. Okay, then we get 73.42 kg per ton of steam. 1000 kg is equal to 1 ton. Therefore, cost of fuel oil is equal to rupees 43 per kg. Then cost of steam in export oriented unit is equal to fuel cost plus 50% of fuel cost, which is used for auxiliary equipments. Then 73.42 plus 1 into 1.15 into 43. The 1.15 is factor for auxiliary equipments. Therefore, rupees 3599 per ton. Say rupees 3600 per ton. Then this is our project. Then go to the next project, next proposed project. Selling cost of steam from neighboring plant rupees 3300 per ton. And cost savings is equal to 3000 divided by 3300, 300 per ton. Then annual savings 300 per ton into 3000 ton per month into 12 months. We have 108 lakhs. Then the second project or proposed project, which is we purchase the steam from neighboring plant, is well proposed. Thank you. These are the tutorial problem under boiler efficiency chapter. Thank you.